Hello everybody, welcome to this amazing game of Dead by Daylight. Today we're going to do some tips on the Wraith because I thought it was a good idea to break up individual tips for each killer. I already did a Survivors and a General Killer's Guide, which had a little bit of more Trapper-esque tips, so we're going to go for Wraith this time. And really, it's because Wraith is one of the most underpowered, underwhelming killers there is. And yes, Wraith can kill people, but he is the worst killer in the game as of this version and the release of the Xbox, and let's go over why. Going to a Kill Your Friends lobby, you can look up all your perks, everything you want to. It'll all be unlocked for you to test out with friends. This is a great way to get used to unique combos you may not have unlocked or what you want to look for. So you can take the time if you want to delve into anything else. Check this out on Kill Your Friends lobby. You can do it by yourself just to look at things. Additionally, keep in mind that it will have all the teachables unlocked, so you can look at everything. And, well, let's just check out what the Wraith has. So looking at the Wraith's Wailing Bell, that's his tool, and this is the one reason he's really weak. Killers all start with the General. You could smack the crap out of a survivor with your main weapon. Everyone's got one. Same button, same lunge. Now, some of the killers have different lunge ranges, but that's dependent on the killer. Wraith is very basic on all his stats, his movement speed, his lunge, everything. He was a base killer released with the Trapper and Hillbilly, all which share about the same movement speed, about the same range, but their tool is what made them all different. When you get into Nurse, the Shape, Carter, well, Carter is the doctor. It's all slightly altered movement speeds and lunge ranges that make them unique along with their weapon. But the Wraith kind of sucks because the Bell is the only tool for a killer that has a weakness to survivors. Trapper can have his traps disarmed and disabled completely, but that doesn't stop him as a killer at all. He can still go and kill. Wraith, on the other hand, while invisible, if a flashlight is shone on him, he can get stunned. And he'll get stunned every time somebody does this, unless you put an add-on that either resists it better, but you can still get stunned, or you're complete immune to it, but that's a very rare add-on. So looking at the add-ons to help you out here, the one I'm talking about is Blind Warrior. So you have different versions of Spirit, Blood, White, and Mud. These will kind of lessen the amount of flashlight burn you'll get. For example, it'll take a lot more flashlight power to stun you, or a longer time of having it on you to get you stunned. But the Spirit one will give you immunity. It doesn't matter how many times or how long those flashlights are on you, you cannot be stunned outside of your invisibility. And the other thing to keep in mind is that the invisibility is great because it does take away your terror radius completely, and it does give you faster movement speed. But you cannot attack, so you have to come out of it to attack, which gives them all a notification you're coming out, and then you can proceed to hit them, but they'll probably take off running. During the transition of invisibility, you are slower. So you slow down, you can be stunned during this time, they can flashlight you during this time. And just because if you do Blind Warrior, you are still actually susceptible to being blinded, though you won't be stunned, they can still blind you with it, so keep that in mind when you're playing with that. The Wailing Bell's only unique ability is really just faster movement with no terror radius, and it'll help you find some people on generators, but once you find them, you either miss them completely because they got away from you while you're trying to transition out of invisibility, or you'll start the chase, but I mean, you could have done the same thing with a terror radius and had a tool to kill people, such as a Hillbilly Chainsaw, to instantly down them. The tool does not help you catch these survivors. It essentially just lets you maneuver the map faster, which is weak. It's very weak. Trapper is capable of stopping survivors from looping. He can catch them off guard, completely incapacitating them. Hillbilly also gets more movement speed from his chainsaw. It goes much faster than the Wraith, and it instantly downs people it hits. And with these tools, in comparison to what the Wraith has, is absolute crap, especially since you cannot stop a chainsaw, and you can disarm the traps, yes, but there's several traps to be had, and it doesn't stop the killer from doing what he does. Plus, it does give notifications when they do break that kind of stuff. Which, again, it's all on the add-ons for the Wraith, but that's another argument to take into consideration, is that add-ons, sure, make the Wraith better, but those killers with better weapons also have add-ons to make them even better. So going into this, the Wraith All-Seeing Spirit is probably one of the best add-ons he has next to the immunity to light, which grants you the ability to see survivors' auras when you are invisible up to 10 meters. It's not a very big aura, and that actually kind of sucks in comparison to, again, what other killers are capable of. But it's his best one, and it really helps. Another good combination of add-ons you could do with a perk of Tinker is Swift Hunt. It allows you to come out of your invisibility faster. You can combine Swift Hunt White with Swift Hunt Mud, and that's the best thing you're gonna get with Tinker, and you'll get out of invisibility probably fast enough to hit somebody who doesn't have Sprint Burst, or if they didn't react in time to you. But other than that, finding those add-ons is up to chance, and unless you have the best Blood Web, you're probably not going to find too many Blind Warriors of Spirit or All-Seeings, and they're probably not the best. The only other good one to keep in mind is the Coxcombed Clapper. It's okay for kind of sneaking up on a survivor while coming out of invisibility while you are behind a wall. If you use this, it does reduce the sound, so it makes you sound a little further away. Clap the bell, they won't know you're really there until you're fully out, to which you produce terror radius, and you might surprise them. The keyword might surprise them, but even then, it's kind of iffy. Then moving on to perks that's for the Wraith specifically, he has Bloodhound. This is probably a great tracking perk for people you damage because it makes their blood last longer and is bright red instead of the dark red. It's very easy to track blood. This is kind of like one of my favorite underused perks because it's kind of fun. When they are bleeding a lot and you follow scratch marks and you lose them on scratch marks, the blood will lead you the right way every time. And then his perks just get significantly worse, which he gets Shadowborn, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. It adjusts his field of view, which for some players it's really good to help see survivors, and I do believe it increases how weak you are to flashlights, because yes, a killer already weak to flashlights needs to be weaker to flashlights. Additionally, he's one of the few killers that has a green perk, Predator. This is just pretty useless. It's a counter to Lightweight. Predator allows scratches to last 3 seconds longer. It's not bad, but there are so many more tracking tools better than Predator that it's a complete waste if you get the Teachable. I mean, if you really want it, pick it up, but that's all on your personal choice. Not recommended. However, other teachable perks that work on the Wraith is Brutal Strength. Probably required, because Brutal Strength increases the rate in which you break pallets. This is almost required on every killer. I would say Nurse and Hillbilly are the two killers that don't necessarily need this, but Wraith definitely. Wraith's only ability is to smack people upside the head. Another good one I would consider is Nobody Escapes Death. Nobody Escapes Death will give you the power to instantly down people when all generators are on. If you are not capable of taking everybody out, or anybody out in that matter, and they get all the generators up, this will help you start securing people. And to be fair, it's pretty damn good. Essentially, a totem will be blessed with the Hex, so you'll get a Hex totem when generators are up, as long as at least one totem is alive. Then you will move faster, and you will strike with instant death attacks only at rank 3. Rank 2 and rank 1 only give movement speed boosts, with I think if you miss your attack, you get a reduced cooldown on that as well. But the rank 3 is the only one that's truly worth it, as your hits will instantly down people. It's a good way to secure those last 1, maybe 2 kills, or if you're lucky, get them all. But that's really where you're going to be at. Iron Grasp, recommended on every single killer out there, or Agitation if you can't get both. But Agitation's a teachable perk from, I do believe, the Trapper, so Iron Grasp will be available to the Wraith if you don't level any other killer up. A lot of what you're going to be doing with the Wraith is struggling, unless you're just a really good killer who likes to use movement speed and visibility. I love the Wraith, I do, but he is the weakest killer. And so we'll jump into game. I'll give you what tips I can mid-game, and I'll show you what my build is going in. I have a prestiged Wraith, so he doesn't have a lot on him, but this is a good example as to why I don't recommend you playing him as your first killer. Maybe unlock some other perks, because he does not have any desirable teachable perks to give to your other killers. Alright, so going into this, I have Brutal Strength 1 and Nurse's Calling 1. Probably the two best perks I can get. I was very unfortunate to get Shadowborn 3 while leveling him up to 18, but it is what it is and I have to deal with it. I don't have too many add-ons either myself, probably the best being All-Seeing Mud. I'll try to use it. I do use Bone Clappers because they're extremely common, and it just reduces the noise in which I make, people jumping in and out. But the big thing is I already did do a killer video for just general tips on multiple killers, plus a little bit of Trapper play. Description down below will have that link, along with Survivors if you're interested in playing both, but I will see you all in-game. Alright, so starting as the Wraith, you start invisible so you don't have to go invisible. It was a nice little touch-up they did for the Wraith himself. But there's a few things to keep in mind. I'm not invisible. I'm more like Predator camouflaged. And with that being said, that means that they can see me and hear me move around. They just don't get a heartbeat when I'm close. So with that being said, what ends up happening is, hello, they run into me like this. Not so smart. Survivors who don't stay calm are gonna get themselves into a lot of. That's how you know you messed up, son. So with the Wraith, it's all about just beating people with a weapon. Now, if you're wondering, oh, sick, that's a cool, really glowy mace. How'd you get that? It's a legacy item only available to us at the, only available to us on PC for what was like a small giveaway for doing a very specific thing one time. Oh, God. Smackdowns are real. Damn! Harvested her! Feels bad, yo! God. I'm sorry, girl. I didn't think they'd do that, but you know, it is what it is. And they ran up on that hill. So going invisible now, unfortunately, gives them a free save. So I'm gonna have to let that go. Oh, jeez, I overshot that a little bit there. And that lunge was not far enough. Real basic killer. Those basic things. Ah, she's playing with me. Where'd she go? Did I lose her? I lost her. They're sabotaging. No, she's still there. They left scratch marks. Fresh as can be. She's still there. That's the worst part. And so it was a free escape on them. Not much you could do. If you want to camp, I suppose. That's your fancy. See the fresh scratch marks? For whatever reason. There she is. Aw, man. I guarantee you she's carrying an iron will, which prevents her from making too much noise. Aw, yeah. Run, girl. So one little trick you could do is just kind of like, don't go an obvious way directly to him. You can go behind a wall, start ringing the bell, and then get him. One of the only benefits to being invisible there was the fact that she didn't know I was chasing her. Again, it's just a small niche that may help chase people, but it's like when you have to hit them, it's a bit too late. So now I gotta play the nice guy, let them go, find out where the hell they went. So that's 2 generators down. I'm glad they got the ones on the far end of the map done. Oh, hey girl, what's up? Here we go. Now slow down, let her get a little bit away from me here. Play catch up. I wasn't gonna be able to hit that if I wanted to. You don't always have to break boards immediately. If there's an easy way around and you can get your bloodlust procced, it's always a good idea. Oh man. In a case like this, I don't want to give her any more power to loot me, so stay away from that. She's gonna drop it, break it, easy stuff. It wastes a little bit of my time, but not enough for me to care. And they're losing all their pallets on this side thanks to this girl, so they're not going to have any more pallets to do this on. And it just turns out to be really bad for them. Hey, girly! What's up? Man, she took that hit like a boss. That's 3 generators down, nobody dead. I've hooked, what, 1, 2, 2 people? Good stuff, but that's all I've got. And they are 2 generators to go. Now I do have the all-seeing mud. I like them wasting stuff, it's fantastic. Oh my god! Yes! Just break all the pallets. It's the best. When they have no pallets to run around on, it's probably the best situation I can be in. So, follow the scratch marks. They can be pretty wide, so keep that in mind. It's not the smartest idea. Could be smarter, but nope. Broke all your pallets. Just do quick attacks. Left mouse click or, well, whatever your attack button is. Just quick press. Quick press. Nothing more than a really quick press. Now, she had sabotaged this hook earlier, but this hook is actually respawns every 3 minutes, so every hook does. So if they sabotage your hook, fear not, 3 minutes, it'll come right back. Ding dong. They're not on this generator. Not going to save her from what I can see. She's dying ever so slowly. Yeah, there's nothing over here, girly. Again, stop the progress. And there she is. Hi! that really didn't work for you, did it? Really slow progress here. They're going for that generator right now. And they've broken literally like every pallet in the area, so she's got nowhere to go. It's fantastic, really it is. They're back on the generator to my left. So we're gonna go back over there. Again, they're getting lots of points for saving. And the generator's gonna be done. Yeah. It's the unfortunate thing. But with 3 generators left, they got the 3 generators here. Oh, scratch marks are going for the safe. Yeah, you know what? We'll take you out. You've been a pain in the ass. You gonna drop that pallet for me? Oh, thanks. You're a sweetheart. I love the pallet destruction, I really do. Listening to survivor noises, probably the best thing ever. I knew she was still there based on her cries of pain. Always good to have around. So with 3 generators left, or if they have 1 to fix, there's always 3 left. They put them all in the same area. Easy to hunt them all together. So she's dead. She's been hooked 3 separate times, and they got that generator. Kind of sucks to be me right now. But that's alright. This is, Hi, how's it going? I don't think you're gonna have a great time here. Yeah, about that. Think you're dead too on hook, so sucks to be you. Now, it takes 20 seconds to open a gate, which they likely will get. I won't have the power to stop them. Hopefully I have the speed to get to a door before they do, but again, as soon as the generator's opened up, probably it took me 20 seconds just to knock them out. So I gotta run straight there. And there's that's the signal. It's about to open in 5 seconds. and I can't stop it, so she got out. Most I could do is get a free hit, 300 more points, surprise attack, deviousness as well. And the game's lost for the killer as far as this is concerned. The only real way you're going to stop this is by having no ed. That would have knocked her down immediately upon hit. Wouldn't have had to do 2 hits, but it is what it is. I still walked away with a good amount of points. You can kill all survivors, but you have no tools to do that. You are the most basic bitch killer in this game is the Wraith, and that's really the tip I want to get out there is that if you do play the Wraith after you've learned very, very important perks. Level the Wraith up without playing him by just putting points into him. And get the points out there, because not only did I get a good amount of points, but I gave all these survivors points. They all scored a lot because I gave them the opportunity to save people. I gave them the opportunity to repair, you know, get away with a lot of stuff. And it's because I really can't do anything. And yeah, they had full-on perks, but still, as a hillbilly, I promise you I probably could have taken them out a lot faster. Hillbilly is one of my favorite killers simply because it's got an instant down, and it takes a little skill to get that down, but once you've got it down, it's very lovely, and there's no wasting it on, you know, having to hit people twice all the time. Altruistic people who play together make it very hard on the Wraith, so keep that in mind when you choose to play the Wraith. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to check out prior videos. Trying my best to get all the tips for everyone I can out there. Really wanted to get the Wraith out there just so you guys know he's not like, he's the most underwhelming killer. And developers just had a survey where everybody asked for the Doctor to get a rework when the Wraith needs it the most. It upsets me so badly, so badly. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, good game.